Alright guys, so here we have CSX 8888, or Crazy 8's. This is the 2001 era version, the version during the period how it looked when it actually was involved in the Runaway incident here in Ohio. This is an Athearn RTR SD40-2, the 8888, the version that they released a while back now, one of the Conrail units in the batch. And I modeled this one specifically for the era of which it ran away, like I said. And basically this was a modification project in a lot of ways. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'll take these units over to the bench real quick and I'll show you what I did. Alright, so here we are at the bench, and here's both the 8888 version, the modern version, and the 2001 version. And I'll go ahead and show you what I did to this one here, which is a customer project. Like I said, I modeled this to be the era when it actually was involved in the incident, and as you can see right away there's a few differences between the two. When the Athearn models were made, they modeled them like this in the relatively newer modern version of it, where it got the new cab numbers on the sides, it got a white roof, and some other little physical changes and such. The 8888 involved in the early 2001 incident had other differences there's differences between the two, and I'll go ahead and point them out. I had to change a lot of things on this unit to get it to look right, but the first thing I did obviously was I had to repaint the cab roof, the blue, as you can see. And what I did was I basically paint matched the blue on the Athearn model and repainted the entire cab roof. While I was at it, I also touched up a few things as well. I had to remove the horn and shrink the stand down, because the problem with the Athearn unit when these came out is the K5LAs were on this ridiculously tall horn stand. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. The problem was with the horn that was put on these Conrail units, the stand was too tall and the horn kind of looked unrealistic. So what I did was I shrunk the stand down and remounted the horn to its correct location and repainted it. I also moved the antenna back, just like on the real unit. And then I added the wind deflectors on both sides of the cab, again on both sides of the cab. Another detail I added was this little cabinet here. I don't remember what it was, if it was a fuse cabinet or if it was it was something else, I think, but I don't remember what it was. But just because on the real 8888 during that period, I just went ahead and added that. The other thing I did was I changed the number on the side. Obviously you can see that's a new number, which I used a microscale sheet to do. The thing that was kind of interesting about the early version of 8888 was that on the engineer side of the cab, the 8's were kind of spread apart for some reason, and I'm not sure why that was. And compare it to the standard version, this is how a normal unit or classification with the numbers would look, like this. So I'm not sure why they did that, but in the early 2000s that's how this looked. So what I had to do is I had to strip the original numbers off the cab side and replace them with microscale decals. And with these, since they were kind of transparent, you could kind of see through them, I actually had to double decal those, where I had to take basically the first layer of 8's and then put another set of decals over them to kind of make them stand out a little better. So that worked pretty well. I blended everything together, sealed up the film, and then kind of weathered it to blend everything in. So at this point now, this unit is a little lightly weathered a bit, and I was trying to keep it as accurate as possible to the early 2000s version when it ran away. So it's very light weathering. At this point it's just about done. The only thing I have to do now is finish the detailing on the front pilot. I'm going to try to get an order for some Conrail style plow mounted ditch lights, which Athearn is currently producing for their SD40Es. If any of you guys have seen those, they're the accurate version of the ditch lights. So I'm going to try to get some spare castings for those. I'm also going to do the MU receptacles on this unit as well, on the front and the back, and possibly the knuckle brackets as well. So we'll see how far that goes, but right now this is kind of a little project I just wanted to show you guys kind of where it's at, and I think it's pretty cool. It's really turning out well. I'm pretty happy with it at this moment, but you can kind of see the comparison between the Athearn, the stock Athearn version, which is the modernized 8888, and then the original 8888. So that's pretty cool. I like them. I don't really, even to be honest with you, I don't know which one's my favorite, to be honest with you. When I modeled mine, obviously I did it as close to the modern era as possible, since this is what I model, and in my road I can say it's still running, even though the real 8888 is going to be turned into an SD40-3. But this is just a little project update I wanted to show you guys. I think it's coming out pretty good, and I'm pretty happy. I'll update this one more time in another update video or whatever, layout update, whichever comes first. I'll probably have by the time I make one of those, I'll probably have this unit done and ready to go, so stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care.